ski club reps really are fundamental to the club and to the membership core.
35 skiers and boarders are here in Tignes, hoping to become a rep for the Ski Club of Great Britain. Whilst they're here, they'll be put through their paces on the mountain. Not everyone will pass, but all of them are guaranteed to be tested to their limits.
My background is catering. I'm a chef. I've been cooking all my life. I've done a few seasons in the resorts, working in various chalets, quite sort of upmarket chalets. Got a bug for skiing very, very young, and that's it. You don't work, become a rep. I heard through the reps course from a friend of mine who's I play golf with, and I was going to go to Canada and do an instructor's course, and he said that I'll have a lot more fun basically if I were to come and do the reps course, because you know, you can commit as much time as you want. You know, you haven't got to do a whole season, and he said you meet great people and you have a great time.
Believe it or not, I skied for about 4 years on a dry ski slope in Stoke-on-Trent before I actually went on snow, because my parents just weren't interested in skiing and I quite like the outdoors. And eventually I managed to persuade my father to take me to Borovets in Bulgaria before it became trendy. And it was cold and wet and empty and horrible, but it was just like heaven. And I guess that's what got the ball rolling really for my passion of skiing that's existed ever since. I don't know, I had a chat with some of the reps I was out with last year and said, you know, what do you think about me doing the reps course? How do you get into it, etc, etc. I procrastinated about it over the summer and thought, shall I, shan't I? Because it is a commitment. And then I thought, no, actually, it's great, because it's giving me skills, it's giving me teamwork skills and leadership skills, which I actually don't get in my job, but are actually quite important for my job on a day-to-day basis. It's just another string to your bow.
Well, I mean, I've been a skier for many, many years, probably more about 30 years since I first went skiing actually. And it's holiday skiing, you know, I managed to get 1 or 2 weeks of skiing in every year. And I've been full-time professional in IT for most of my career, but I stopped doing that about 18 months ago. So since then I've been doing a lot of sailing. I've been delivery skipper, taking people's boats around the world, and I've got more time in the winter now, so that's why I decided to look into becoming a rep for the ski club.
During their training, the reps will be tested on their skiing or boarding ability, mountain knowledge and people skills, and will be expected to meet the highest standards.
Okay guys, you'll be far more effective as a team. So when you're within 2 or 3 metres of the victim, get help there.
The course encompasses all sorts of modules, including mountain safety, first aid training, group management, snowcraft, mountaincraft and route choice. So all these elements come together to form this 2-week-long comprehensive training course.
We're obviously looking for skiing ability. I mean, it's a vital ingredient of the course. But it's not just about skiing ability, it's also about personality, people who are prepared to sort of mix with other people, to get on with other people, and also, very importantly, to give of their time. There are actually some really hard skills that you need to learn and understand how group dynamics will work in different situations, what to do in different sorts of weather conditions, you know, and at the different levels that everyone has to operate at as well.
They need to be personable, they need to have empathy with people on lots of levels, particularly people of different skiing levels, and they need to be mountain aware. They need to understand about the risks and how to minimise the risks in the mountains. The areas I think that people find the most challenging perhaps are is snow science, but I try to keep the amount of snow science to a minimum and really look at the practical skills that people need. So assessing slopes, choosing routes and avoiding the problems of avalanche in the first place.
I think the most important thing is that you want to learn more about a sport that you love and want to give something back to the sport and to give other people a great experience on snow. It is quite tough course, there's a lot to learn and there's not a lot of time to yourself, on the course, but it's a load of fun and lots of people make lifelong friends.
After a long day on the hill, there's more information to cram in back at the hotel. This course is a long way from your average family ski holiday, and some of the candidates are finding it hard.
I don't know, today was mainly an off-piste sort of clinic with instruction with Phil, and I've learnt to face my fear of quite hard, cruddy, chopped up powder, and just to ride it as if it was fresh powder, and not panic by it, because by panicking I stiffen up. If I just relax and just ride it, then that's cool. And just some techniques on not using my body weight but using my legs to push, which I'm sure is just a ploy to make us work harder.
Nigel Shepherd, very experienced, instilled a lot of confidence in all of us, took us places that we wouldn't be skiing on our own, without a question of doubt. Yeah, he's worked us really hard actually, a couple of long traverses. Yeah.
They try here to sort of deconstruct your technique quite a bit, so you think you ski in a certain way, but actually they try to get you out of that comfort zone of the way that you're used to skiing, and try to get you to ski using completely different methods, so that you can try using that when you're skiing normally on the slope. So at first you think, well, actually I'm getting worse, not better, but in fact after a bit more practice you realise that this has a beneficial effect on your skiing. So that's been great.
But it's not all hard work, and the reps get to let their hair down and enjoy some après ski. The waiting is over, and today the reps will find out if all their hard work has paid off.
Well, we haven't got the results yet, so I don't really know what to expect. I'm pretty confident, I suppose, but you never know until the end.
Yeah, there's a few people nervous because I think there's a few people that are setting their stall quite high that want to get really high grades, and I mean that's what we're all here for.
A bit nervous. No, it's been great, to be honest. I could have done better. I could have read the books a little bit more.
Still you'll be wanting more. Truth is I love you now.
I'm going here. Well, I'm going to Val d'Isère on the 20th of this month. January. Yeah, very pleased. Yay! Gold minus! Yes! Yay! Well done! Well done! Oh, brilliant!
It's time for the reps to head home and enjoy a well-earned rest. But it seems some of them aren't quite so keen to put their feet up.
I don't want to go back. As I said to you, I think at the beginning of the week, I was so wired when I got here. And I know it's not a holiday, it's a course. It's been a holiday in a different sense than you would think of a skiing holiday, because there's been classrooms and lectures and organisation and whatnot. But I don't want to go home.
I'd actually do it again. I've had that much fun. It's been really, really good. The only thing I would say, anybody coming out to do it, just make sure you've got some sort of fitness level, because they do put you through your paces.
I'm really pleased to be a ski club rep now. I'm fantastic. I'm really delighted to have passed the course and looking forward to meeting the members out on the slopes.
This year's group has been a really great group. They've been very keen to learn, lots of fun, a wide variety of ages. Skiing ability has been pretty good. So yeah, it's been a good group.